sugar makes us gain weight like that. If you're drinking soda, if you're eating too many junky desserts, all of that is just gonna make us put on weight and put it on so incredibly fast that we're just like, what is happening? So today I wanna share with you my top 5 favorite alternatives to sugar so that we can cut back on that sugar beat. So the first healthier alternative that I wanna talk about is a coconut nectar. And I actually just discovered this recently and I am completely obsessed with it. It is so yummy and it tastes almost like caramel. It is really thick and okay. And it kind of honestly doesn't smell like it's gonna be sweet. It almost has like a, I don't know, like a soy sauce kind of smell to it, but it is awesome. It has the consistency of caramel and I really love that. It's great in desserts, it's great in pancakes. It's derived from coconuts. I highly recommend that you buy USD or organic as well as non-GMO. So yeah, coconut nectar, definitely one of my favorites. So the next thing that I have that I use a lot in my baking as well as my smoothies as well as when I'm making ice cream or desserts to sweeten it, this is definitely my #1 go-to. It is dried medjool dates. And if you haven't discovered these yet, you definitely need to. This is just a date. It's natural sugar, it's a fruit, it's super sweet, and it'll sweeten basically all of your recipes. If you've seen my recipes here on YouTube, you know that I love to use dates. And I would say this is definitely my #1 choice of sweetener. And you can actually make a caramel sauce out of this. If you want to put it on your breakfast in the morning instead of maple syrup, this is definitely the way to go. Yummy date caramel sauce is delicious. Promise you, if you haven't discovered this yet, you need to go out and get yourself some dates. So on the topic of natural fruit sugars, I also really love bananas. And these are awesome because they're great in smoothies. They are great also for baking. And the best part about this is making banana ice cream. If you want a recipe for that, just check out my Instagram. And I have a ton of those recipes on there for you guys. Also, I want to point out that bananas are ripe when they're spotted like this. So don't be afraid to eat them when they're spotted. When they're not spotted yet, they actually don't have as much nutritional value. So just wait until they're spotted and they're sweet. And these are what I love to use in my smoothies as a sweetener. I don't use sugar. It's also great for milkshakes and yeah, bananas. All right, so moving on to the next item, I have organic mountain forest raw honey. So I'm a big fan of raw honey. I use this in a lot of my recipes. Honey is a great alternative to sugar. I know for my vegan friends out there, this is not really an option for you, but for the rest of you, this is one of my favorites. So the last item that I want to mention is coconut sugar. So if you have to use sugar, I recommend using coconut sugar. It's a healthier alternative than using your regular sugar. It's awesome in baking, great in your tea and coffee if you take it with sugar. So this is definitely another one of my favorite alternatives for things that are just more in liquid form. And if recipes call for sugar and you don't want to use honey or you don't know how much to use, then definitely go with coconut sugar. And I also want to add a couple of things that are honorable mentions. So one of the other things that I have is agave. And I know there is kind of like an iffy road when it comes to agave. I use it sometimes. I've had this bottle for quite a while. It is also USD organic, and all the items I've actually showed you guys today are all organic. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So basically with agave, it is great for pancakes. It is great for those of you who are vegan and don't want to use honey. With any kind of sugar or sugar alternative, use it in moderation. Just because it's a healthier alternative doesn't mean you should just drench it. So definitely be mindful of that. Use 1 serving instead of going crazy with it. And yeah, the last thing I want to mention for those of you that absolutely cannot have sugar is stevia. This is gonna be your best bet. It is a lot better than sucralose and aspartame like Splenda or Equal. You can use stevia. I personally don't like to use this often, and if I use it, I'll only use a little bit of it plus either honey or coconut nectar or coconut sugar, just because I find that I really don't like the aftertaste of this. I don't like 0-calorie sugar alternatives, but I understand for some of you, you can't have sugar, whether it's because you have diabetes or you're just watching your sugar intake. So stevia is a good alternative for you guys. So that's all, guys. Hopefully that gave you guys some ideas and some new things to try out. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and also comment below and let me know any of your video requests. So go do that so you don't have to watch this awkwardness. Enough of that awkwardness. Hopefully you've already commented, and if you haven't yet, then make sure to do that right after this video, since you decided to stick around and watch my awkward dancing and face making. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this on your Facebook wall, share it on your Twitter, share it with your friends and family who are trying to cut down on their sugar intake. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. That is mind blown. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your love and support, and I will catch you guys in our next video. Bye!